Hello everyone. Um Welcome to Cha One Talks. This is like TED Talks but Cha One. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So right now we're doing Cha One Talks. Cha One. It's like TED Talks but Cha One. Oh. His name was inspired by a commercial. 1 second, guys, making sure everything's working. So welcome one and all, ladies and gents, and anyone who may be watching. This is your host, TheLondonLoL, with Cha One, and we are hosting today Cha One Talks, which is like TED Talks but Cha One. So Cha One Talks, which is like TED Talks but Cha One, and let me see if it's working. One second. Alrighty. So today will be a shorter stream. We really just want to do a kind of like a compendium, more or less, and of the Nendo photography. And so right now we're getting into Nendoroids. It's been a while that we've been looking at this for. I mean, it's probably been about 2 years that we've kind of encountered the Nendoroids. I've always seen them before, but I really wasn't sure exactly what they were. But then I kept noticing that I saw like the changes. I mean, the faces change and their posture and everything, and the quality was really good. It was really superlative. It's truly superlative. So I wondered if perhaps somehow they were painting the faces, like the owners themselves were like painting the faces and stuff like that. Um, and I kept looking into it, and I was like, "Hey, I don't know what this is." This is the first time I've kind of seen. I've seen other things, but then I saw the Nendos, and then from there, I still wasn't exactly sure what they were, and I kept seeing all the changes, all the faces change. I was like, "Hey, I'm not sure if this is being edited or something," because I've never really seen a figurine change its face so often and with such good quality that everything looks the same. There's no changes made at all. It's the same exact. So there's not a noticeable difference in terms of the face. So like the eyes, hey, if you paint something yourself, there's probably a high probability that the eye might look a little bit different or something. I'm like, hey, this is very congruent to exactly the last face. So I'm like, hey, this is kind of strange. I mean, it's really nice, it's really good, and I saw like a little bit of photography. I didn't think anything of it, and then from there, um, I started kind of coming across more friends who were into it, and more folks in the community. And then I was like, oh snap, hey, what's this called? And then they told me like, oh, this is an Nendoroid. And then my friend also she was like, oh, it is an Nendoroid. And I'm like, wait, an Nendoroid? I've never heard of that before. Which of course I haven't heard of a lot of things. But that was really exciting for me because I'm like, okay, let me look into this. And then that's when I came across, and that's when I learned about the Nendoroids. And then from there, it all started making sense. So it all kind of synthesized nicely for me, per se. Because once I pretty much saw everything, as far as like the photography, and then I saw more of the Nendoroids. I was like, oh, I see. There's a photography behind it. Like they put them in like little like places, kind of thing. But even then, I really did not have a full. I just was doing other things at that time, so I really wasn't giving my full attention to the Nendoroids. And I was like, okay, interesting. I see that there's a photography going on. I didn't really pay attention to it, and I didn't know the size of the Nendoroid. I did not know the size of them. So when I went to the anime store and everything, and I looked further into it, they were they're smaller. They're more like almost like it seems like to me, based off the indications that I'm looking at. I don't know 100% for sure. It kind of looks more like a chibi kawaii, like a very chibi kawaii with really, 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 really high details. Like I mean, it's really good quality, super, super, super good quality. And then I really couldn't grasp the fact that they changed like the faces and the postures and everything like that. I really couldn't grasp it. It was just something that was very. I thought it was. I almost. I really, really believe it. I was like, oh, very interesting. And then once I looked into it further, I'm like, oh wow, they actually changed like that whole entire part. Um, and then I saw that there's sometimes they have a little back piece to them, and then that holds like their posture and everything while you do everything as far as like the photography. And then I started actually looking at the photography more, and I'm like, hey, wait. This took a while for it to kind of it was almost like a revelation to me. I was like, okay, now I understand, and now I see what's going on here. And then I actually finally started looking into photography. I'm like, oh wait, hey, this little light here is positioned very differently than just, hey, you just put a random figure and there's light and it's just like normal human size. It was definitely it was everything is like pretty much made for Nendos. So like for some reason I kept thinking like, hey, this is like human size. I don't know why. I have no idea. It just kind of like, hey, it flew over my head. But from there I was just like, okay, interesting. And then once I kind of like looked at it more, I'm like, oh, because a lot of my friends were into it, and then I saw more friends, and they were like, whoa, they're really into, like, they really have like a whole entire thing. So and then now that it's all coming together for me, now that I finished up, not finished up, but I mean, I think I feel more comfortable stepping into the Nendo I guess category of collecting now. Now I'm making my way to the Nendos. I didn't before because I'm doing all these things. I'm still doing keychains. I still probably have a good, probably a good another, at least. We have a lot of keychains. Actually, we still have a lot of. I think keychains is just gonna end up being a thing that's gonna take some time, because the keychains, it's kind of like a. Yeah, that's a really big deal for me. We probably have maybe like another, to feel I'd say probably another at least maybe 7 full keychain sets that I would like. Right now I'm missing probably like a good 7 off the keychain I have now, 7 on that one. Then I'm missing a bunch for my book bag, and then I'm missing a bunch, and then I'm planning to get a whole book bag filled with keychains. But that all takes time anyway. Sorry to digress. However, just to get back to the Nendos. So now after all that, now I feel a lot more comfortable getting back to the Nendos, and so the Nendos. Starting off with the Nendos, I feel a lot more comfortable now because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start with one that I really like. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3, and then then I'll kind of start my photography from there. It seems like hey, it does take a lot of work. That's for sure, to position everything correctly, and some of the cameras that are used and some of the software that is used to actually, which we're gonna probably see now, which they actually use to make like the picture look good. What's it called? The editing software. I mean, it's pretty. It's it doesn't have to be expensive, but some of like the really hey, like higher quality. It's obvious. It's like, hey, that's gonna be a little bit more expensive, and I mean, you don't need to have an expensive something to start. But if you see some of these things, it's like, okay, hey, that is more than likely something that's rather expensive. I mean, depends on how you look at it. I mean, a couple $1,000s and stuff like that. Because some of these cameras are easily like like $2,000 to $7,000 just the camera, and that's not even like lenses. And then there's like the software, and then it depends how you get into it. But it's like I said, it all depends on how you're gonna do it. For me, I'm gonna start with what I have now, and then take it from there. I'm really into it, and then I have to learn the editing software that I'm going to be using on that one. But I'm just going to start with what I'm using. I'll show everyone exactly what I use and stuff like that. I'm a big believer in hey, have fun, Start with whatever you're using, whatever you have, just use that. Um, that's just me. I'm not like a like one of these pillars of of telling people like everything what's going on. But for me, it's like, hey, like, dude, at the end of the day, it's like just have some fun, have fun. I'm a big believer of that, and yeah. So I just use whatever I have, and I show everyone, and everyone's kind of like seeing how I've things that I didn't have, and now the things that we have now. Anyway, which is still pretty much it's not much at all, but it's progress essentially, which is all part of like what I do as well. So I like everyone to see even the struggle of not having something. So like that was the process. Now that we have Chow 1, Chow 1 is technically our first functional, technically by technicality our first actual functional um, reactive PNG, for sure. I could. He's only missing like one thing, the mouth. But even then, technically, I don't really think so. As there's two, like the mouth can move, but also what it's doing now. Um, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good for what it is. It's very interesting because it's so simple, but it's like it's very effective in my opinion for what I do and for what I'm going for. It's very effective. But anyway, so the Nendoroids. That's pretty much how I arrived to them. And now I feel like I'm ready to kind of take my steps. Like I am pretty much taking my steps. This is part of it. It's all about the journey, not the destination for some, as some might say. And I one of my really good friends really always just drilled that into me, and I like to think that way. So this is part of the journey. Doing the stream and everything, putting it together for everyone, and showing everyone like, hey guys, like this is something I'm really excited about. And we're gonna take our steps to get there. I don't know. I don't put a timeline on it, but that it's this is part of the timeline. That's for sure. Of us getting there, and it's really fun, really exciting, and yeah, we're gonna take our time to get there, and it's gonna be really cool. And we're gonna see a lot of different things, and I'll try to have it everything categorically in some type of like more compartmentalized section here on probably on everything, so it's not all over the place because we have other things that it's getting it's better to kind of like categorize it. Anyway, so for the Nendo journey, I kind of want to go into a little bit more of like what I'm looking into, so you guys can see kind of like what I see, and why. Like I guess it's more the thing is kind of like, hey, it's kind of like who we are, where we're going, why you're here, and how we're gonna get there, and that's kind of like what we're doing now. We're gonna just kind of touch on some of the points we're gonna touch on. It's just a little bit of history behind the Nendos, and I'm here citing these anime websites that I came across just sporadically, and then we're gonna watch a couple videos, and then that's gonna wrap it up, and then from there we'll pick back up, and then the second video will probably be how it's made, how the Nendoroid is made, and so yeah, that's something that I think it's going to be exciting, and I think it's really fun, and I think it's going to be fun to kind of like place the Nendoroid under some scrutiny and just get to know it more, and the history of it, and then how it's and just understand it better. And I think it's going to be more fun for me, and hopefully you guys like it. I think it'll be a fun thing for everyone, so we can get to know it together. And yeah, guys, so that's pretty much how we got to the Nendoroids. The big thing that I've seen is the Nendo photography. That's kind of like the whole thing behind everything, the Nendo photography, because the thing is, it takes a lot of work, and it's a lot of things that I don't. I guess it's for me. I'm like, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, I obviously saw it's a very good picture, yes, and I saw everything, but I didn't really understand the fact that these Nendoroids are like in a tiny, like a lot of the things that the people have, I think they make them themselves, or if not, you have to actually like it takes work, and you have to like build a tiny little like home for them and everything, and then you take the pictures that way, and it's quite it's quite some work, and I think some creativity. So it's not just like, hey, just grab a Nendo, just throw it somewhere. But technically, you also can, because I remember I saw a Nendoroid in the zoo, and that was a very, very interesting one for me. That's one of the things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my Nendoroid to the zoo, and I'm gonna take them to, and I want to do zoo pictures, but I want to learn the editing thing, so it makes sense. So I'm gonna look at more like Nendoroids in the zoo, it was very interesting for me. The Nendoroid was like around like a flamingo. The Nendoroid was by like an elephant. The Nendoroid was by the monkey, and it was just very interesting for me. And I just saw a bunch of things, so I was just like, okay, and it was really good, and it was just very interesting the way that they had like the picture come out. So I was like, okay, cool. But then I see sometimes an Nendoroid in a little home. Sometimes I see the Nendoroid in a little home, and I'm just like, okay, now I think of myself as an Android since I've been looking so much into it. I'm like, hey, technically I'm an Android too, because like if you look at it, my room is like a little square, and I have my little things here, and it's like I'm an Android, and it's like if you look at me from it's like look at the Nendoroid. So technically I'm an Android too, but yeah. Now that I've been looking at the Nendoroids, it's all coming together for me. It's been really fun. But anyway, so let's go into the history of the Nendoroid here. I'm gonna be reading this out loud. If you only can follow along, but we're just gonna kind of read it. We're gonna slim through it. We might share some thoughts, and if there's anything that's pressing while we're reading, we'll parking lot it. We're gonna parking lot it, and then we'll revisit questions, and we'll provide answers. Alrighty. 1 second. Okay. The history of Nendoroid figures. Let's dive into how they became so cute and popular. By Theo Ellis. The history of Nendoroids. Nendoroids are there. Nendoroid figures. When you think about those two words, and an image of something cute pops into your head, like maybe a mini version of Roy Mustang from Yuri on Ice. Isn't Roy? Oh wait, Roy Mustang? Is it Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist, or is that whatever? Anyway, Yuri on Ice, or a cute version of Aqua from Konosuba. Oh yeah, no wait, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Anyway, look at Dark Magician Girl, best girl for sure. Anywho, if it's true, then as an anime collector, you might have wondered what's the history of Nendoroid figures. How did they even start? Why are they called Nendoroids, and how did they come to fruition? Turns out there aren't that many anime sites online who go into the history of Nendoroids. As an anime retailer, it's an anime motivation's job to educate anime fans, collectors across the world, and so here we are. Diving into the details of how Nendoroid figures started and what the history is behind them. So let's go straight to it. Hopefully you'll find this article valuable and educational. Very exciting. The birth of Nendoroid figures. The year the Nendoroid first began back in 2006, the first ever manufactured Nendoroid was Nendoroid Neko Arc from the video game Tsukime. Interesting. Tsukime is a video game created online for Windows computers. The company behind the game is Type Moon, the same company behind Fate Stay Night series. That's what I was just thinking right now, actually. Very interesting. And many others. The first ever Nendoroid figure was officially licensed and manufactured by Good Smile Company. It was released during the Tokyo Wonder Festival in 2006, a festival that takes place in the months of February and August, promoting garage kits and sculptures. The original creator of Nendoroid series is a man called Yoshioda. When Nendoroid figures started gaining traction, and how Nendoroid figures changed over time. The first Nendoroid figure looked like this, the Nendoroid Neko Arc figure. I have one like this, but I have it's from Demon Slayer. I have one just like that. From 2006 onwards, Nendoroid creators come up with a design of Rider from Fate Stay Night. Oh, that's who I have as a keychain, actually. We're fixing her. From Fate Stay Night. Here's what she looked like at first. Very interesting. Oh, that's the actual Rider from that one. Okay. Look at the little bike. Do you see how the quality? Very interesting, because it's already looking really good. This is how Rider's Nendoroid figure looked like in the beginning. Compare that to how well-designed Rider's Nendoroid figure is today. Very interesting, but look, it still looks pretty good though. Very interesting. Look at the little platform that it's on. I think they call it, I forgot, the little platform. Anyway, The difference is pretty magical. What's it called? Not the platform. It's called the base. Um, hold on. Oh, sorry, my hand. I hurt my arms. Um, thank you guys for helping me push throughout the my surgical procedure as well. It's been the biggest help in the world. It's the hardest situation ever in my life. Anyway, I'm being really serious. Okay. Anyway, the difference is pretty magical, right? The two designs are incomparable, not just in quality, but in how realistic the figures look compared to the real anime character. Here are some side-by-side comparisons. I mean, as you can see right there, it's evident that this is really good quality. They're very chibi. They're really kawaii. They're just really, 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 really good. It's very, very. Look at the L. I mean, look at both, but L is like a character I really like a lot. That's super good. Even look, okay, not even, but it's kind of like, look at the guy. Look at his little foot. Look at the little sweater, and the little sweater's in really, really, really good. It's really, really good, actually. It's so good, interesting. See, sometimes I don't look too deep into the Nendoroid because I like to make sure that when it hits me, for the first time, it's like, interesting. Well, as you can see there, look at L sitting. It's perfect. It's right in the middle, and then you can tell everything's just really well made. It's just really, really good. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hatsune Miku. You can tell which Nendoroid is more modern by looking at the images above. Oh, I see. I can see it in the eyes, I think. Anyway, let me see. I'll tell you right now. Okay, I see the eyes. I see the hair. Okay, yeah, never mind. I see a big difference. Yeah. Look at Miku. Oh, she has an umbrella. Yeah, you can definitely see a big difference. That's a big difference. You can see how you can see, like, if you just sharpened it. Which isn't, yeah, but it's still, they're both really, yeah, but yeah, that's I mean, that's a big difference. Can you see, like, the nose, the mouth? Do you see, like, where the eye positioning is? I mean, that's also different. Yeah, it's just different. Anyway, you can tell Nendoroid is more modern by looking at the images above, and it goes to show just far good small company. It goes to show how far just good for just wait. It goes to show just far good small company and other. Oh, just far good and other Nendoroid creators have come, and how much effort they've put into making the designs more attractive and realistic over the years. The Good Smile Company is synonymous for Nendoroid. Is a good company. Hey, this is a really, really, really good article. This was really, we learned a lot. This was really good. Check it out, guys. So now we're gonna subsequently the history of Nendoroids by Theo Ellis. Thank you, Theo. Really great from Anime Motivation. Anyway, now let's move right along. Now, subsequently, we go on to another one of history. We're still within the history before we move on to a little bit more of how it's how they do the photography, which is kind of like also something we're looking at. Okay, so now we're gonna look at Wikipedia Nendoroid. The Nendoroid a series is a brand of plastic figures created by the Japanese Good Smile Company in 2006. They typically depict characters from anime, manga, or video games and are designed with a large head and a smaller body to give them a cute appearance. Their face and other body parts are exchangeable, giving them a range of different expressions and poses. The Nendoroid brand spans a variety of different products. The original 10cm figures, smaller Nendoroid petite figures, additional display tools known as Nendoroid more serious. Okay. Products. Hold on, let me see. Products, video games, history, and reception. The first character ever to be sold as a Nendoroid was a Nendoroid Neko arc from Tsukimi, which was released at okay, so we read that one before. By March 2009, the Nendoroid series had sold over 1 million units, and the Nendoroid Petite series had sold over 3 million units. The series expanded quickly. Hold on. The series expanded quickly, and making a little for defining a little. Okay, cool. And July 10th, there was over 100 different Nendoroids. In May 2013, Good Smile Company released its 300th product and in the base series, Hatsune Miku. Miku, which was an advanced version of the previous best-selling Nendoroid, Hatsune Miku. The box design and the method of connecting the faceplates was also improved from the release onward. An RPG game series in there was developed by Bandai Namco. Cool, Bandai Namco, yay. Let's look a little bit more, and then we're going to move right along. Product. Let's look at these pictures. Video games. Let's see all these pictures. The game features Nendoroid's versions of Steins Gate, Black Rock Shooter, Haroshi Suzima, Harua, Suzumiya. Yeah, I'm doing my best, guys. Zero no Satsuma. Oh, that's from Zero. Dog Days, Fate Stay Night. Cool. Hatsune Miku, look at her. That's her in her form. Cool. Alrighty, moving right along. Let's go look at our product really quick. Nendoroid series features of VC and PVC. They're designed they are designed in a chibi or super deformed style with a larger head and smaller body to give them a cute appearance. Yeah, I told you they're chibi. The figures are used both. They're both as collector items and toys. Their faces and body parts are interchangeable, giving them a range of different possible expressions and poses. The name is derived from the Japanese word clay, nendo, which means possibly because they resemble clay models. Nendoroid's figures have mostly been based on female characters from anime, manga, or video game series such as Magica. Magical Girl, Lyrical Naona, Steins Gate. Is that Naona again? Oh yeah. K on. That one. Fate Stay Night, which I've seen this one, half of it. I just can't remember the name. I need someone to tell me. Evoke the name, how it sounds. Hopefully, Disney properties was okay. Nendoroid is a primary series which figure is approximately 10 meters in height, including some movements. Oh wait. Most also come with alternative arms and legs, allowing for different poses and expression parts that can be swapped out to display a different motion. The legs, arms, and neck are articulated, allowing some degree of movement. Certain Nendoroids, known as the Edition series, have additional articulated joints. Nendoroids often also include optional parts such as weapons, items, or other key elements from the series they come from. The expressions of the other parts can be swapped between Nendoroids, allowing collectors to mix and match parts from different characters. Nendoroids have no set price, but as of 2013, average between 3,000 and 4,000 Japanese yen. Cool. I think that wraps it up for us here on this one. Great, that was good. Moving right along. And now, we're gonna start the beginning. You guys ready? One more time. Now this is, and then the second time we're gonna do it one more time after this one, and then we're gonna scrutinize it. Okay, so before we get into it, do you see how she's sitting on a little, like, on a little thing? That has, and then look at the tiny, do you see how, look at her little, like her, look at the little flower. Look at everything. Everything. Look at her recorder. Oh my goodness. That's Yampasu. I wish I was there. You see how she's outside? That was beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna move right along into well, we're gonna wrap it up with this unboxing here, and then let's watch a little bit more.
I'm coming to you from my home studio again.
A Nendo
because this time I just wanted to put out a video. I haven't done one in a while for various reasons. So this time I was tagged by. Okay, so here I'm looking at my Nendo collection.
Oh my goodness!
What would be good? What do you think, Bob?
I told you guys. Look how awesome.
Yeah, he's busy with stuff. What Nendo to pick?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I think look
at all the numbers. I like the boxes a lot too.
With some kind of funny expression.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see now. And they also have to be capable of doing the hello pose. So...
Thanks for the carry. Hello, thanks for the carry. How are you?
Right, and
Happy Sunday Fun Day. Thanks for coming to hang out.
Number 728, which is from Spice and Wolf. So the reason why I want this one is... Boom. Drunk expression. I love it. This is how I'm going to say hello. Alright, here she is unboxed, and I think this is the pose that I'm going to go with. And I'm just switching to my phone camera for a minute so that I can show you guys how I'm doing this. Basically, tucked under her skirt is a loop of floral wire. So I have these two, like, I have this set up with two, like, prongs so that she can balance on one leg. Oh, I have also, like, the normal Horo figure comes with, like, not a tail, but a thing that hangs off the back of the dress, but that keeps falling off, so I'm just not going to use it. So if you want me to be 100% accurate and faithful to the Nendo, that's not going to happen today. Alright, now we're looking at my Nendo playsets. I'm just going to use one of these good Thanks for the carry. Ones because I want to do this quickly.
How are you?
So here's the Japanese
What are you
room.
up to?
And there's my spooky Oki printouts. I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use the classroom. I'm going to go with the Western room playset. I'm going to, let's see if I can do this one.
Having a good day? Are you having a good day? Thanks for the carry. Having a good day?
And get this set up.
Oh my goodness, you see guys? You see? Very interesting.
I'm going to need to make some kind of arrangement where it looks like Horo has been drinking all night. Oh, just a quick remark. Yeah, Horo's drinking booze. See, Nendoroids drink alcohol. They're
thanks for the carry.
Plus.
I'm good. How are you?
Boys,
Just wanting to show my support.
Anyway,
thank you. Thanks for the carry. You are the best. Truly, you are simply the best. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Pretty much fits her aesthetic,
I am having a good day.
Here we go.
Thank you so much.
Set that up.
We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
Here's my setup. I've decorated the Western Life room set with some props that came with the Good Smile playset itself. I've also added a few extras. I stole these 2 sake bottles from my my Nadeko Medusa scale figure. So hopefully she doesn't stab me to death. But yeah, I just want to have like a little bit of set dressing.
Now he's doing lighting. Look at that, an expert.
No.
Oh my goodness! Look at the lighting. Whoa!
All right, so I finished tweaking my lighting setup.
Look how everything came to life.
I moved this light here a little bit back so that I wouldn't get the shadow on this side of the face. So basically, it's just
even
a
the
big
shadow
ring light right now. Right here on the floor, which I think I'm going to try to get rid of outside the window here because it's not going to show up.
Look, and now he's editing it, you see? He's an expert.
So first
Interesting.
Alright, easy peasy.
Splash.
Out the highlights.
No way. Oh my goodness. You see? An expert.
I'm going to shrink the brush by just a little bit. So let's say 5 pixels.
How amazing is that? But you see, look, do you see how everything, like, how interesting, right? Oh my goodness. Like, just looking at it, it's like, what?
Got a coffee account set up if you want to be super awesome and give me a tip. I'll be posting this Nendoroid hello onto my Instagram.
This was so good.
So look for it there.
Look at everything. You see what I mean? The LOL, it looks like real size almost. This is so good. That made my entire day. Alrighty, now we're gonna watch some unboxings. Now we're gonna do some unboxing and then we'll do a short recap and just, you know, finish off the stream.
Let's open him.
Oh my goodness, how exciting. Whoa! Should I put on my Haikyuu cosplay now, or... No, not today, not today.
That's my twin. Can we play together?
Oh my goodness.
So cute. Winnie.
Oh my gosh. Look at the Nendoroid.
Nice.
You saw what he did there? That was really good.
Hey man, this look pretty good, man. Where your clothes at?
No, that was funny.
Yahoo!
Just me and my twin in them. Yeah, my twin in them. Oh, best friend. We killing them. No friend.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, did you see what he's doing? He's feeding the Nendoroid. Oh my goodness, look at it, she's full. Look at, I told you. Oh my gosh. Genius. Pure genius.
The government's running out of money. That must suck. I have a proposal. We need to make more of these.
That was as good.
They're so valuable, let's sell them!
No way! I'm not collecting them to sell. I'm collecting them because they're simple and beautiful and because they make me happy.
Oh my goodness, what's the voice of that? I have it right here. That's Team Rocket. Has, I think. Oh gosh.
Just me and my twin in them. Yeah, that's my twin in them. Oh, best friend. We killing them. No friend.
I think, right.
Oh, these new, yeah. How you feeling them? Yeah. Get rid of them. Oh, these new, yeah. How you feeling them? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, unboxing. Whoa! Oh my goodness! ASMR? Yay! Yay! Whoa! Oh my gosh! Whoa! Look at the little arms and everything.
Wangy. 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 Super Jet. Aloof. OMG. Liat.
Oh my gosh.
Look at her face.
Aww.
Ichika has joined the waifu gang.
That's what I said, like, welcome home. Whoa. Whoa.
Camera.
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
I made some things for you.
Goodness. Still a face. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh my goodness, no way! Oh my goodness! Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Whoa, what? Whoa.
จะทำให้แกสำเนียกฉันคิดว่าความเจ็บปวดคือการสั่งสอนที่ดีที่สุดมันจำเป็นสำหรับนายตอนนี้ซึ่งมันไม่ต้องสอนกันด้วยคำพูดหน้าของนายก็อยู่ในตำแหน่งที่เหมาะจะโดนใส่คนนี้
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Wait, is that Osa Bear?
Neji, eu falei para você não brigar com ele. Mas Mamaína, ele ia explodir alguma coisa. Eu só estava treinando. É mentira, ele está mentindo. Não se preocupe, Deidara, eu trouxe um novo irmão para você não se sentir sozinho. Quem? Deidara Senpai. Sasori.
Sasori,
Mais
my
um
man.
membro
I'll be
da
right back.
Katsuki. Neji, se você continuar assim, vai ficar de castigo, Drogar.
Gosh, now I have my long hair. Alrighty, guys.
Winnie, we already drank the life potion. Simpleton!
Those were a hoax! We're wasting time. We must fly.
Alrighty, guys. So now we're just gonna do a short recap here, and yeah. So thank you guys for hanging out, and we just saw we did a Nendoroid history. We read different Nendo articles. It was really good. It was really fun, really exciting. We learned a lot of different things. I think it was really awesome. And then from there we went on to watch a little bit of someone who does Nendoroid photography. Then we learned from the Nendoroid expert different like things that he does when he does his Nendoroid photography, and then now to finish off, we just watched the Nendoroid unboxing video with reactions, and now we're just wrapping up. Now the stream is done. Any questions? Let's let's check the parking lot for any questions. Now we're just gonna leave it open for any questions. No questions already. This is your host, TheLondonLoL with Chawan. I wanted to say thank you everyone for coming and hang out. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything. We super mega appreciate it. Thank you bunches. Our second stream of Nendoroid. When we get further into our photography adventure, it's gonna be how the Nendoroid is made. So we're gonna find out and we're gonna learn how they make the Nendoroid from start to finish. I think that's gonna be really nice and exciting, and that'll be on our not the next stream, but it'll be on the next stream of of Chawan Talks. Don't forget, Chawan Talks is like TED Talks, but Chawan. So Chawan Talks, which is the reactive PNG VTuber that you see on the screen right now, the one that is bouncing up and down. Yeah, that's him. So, alrighty guys, thank you guys for everything. Have a good night. Thanks for everything. Happy Sunday, fun day, y'all. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Sayonara. Tochika komenasai. Later. Bye guys. Thank you so much for all the support. Bye bye.